The 2022 NFL regular season is officially over, and unless you're a fan of a team that's in the playoffs, a lot of us are already moving on to the offseason thinking about the future. One of the teams that could potentially take a massive jump next season is the Pittsburgh Steelers, in large part due to the play of their first-round pick, Kenny Pickett. Pickett was selected number 20 overall in the NFL draft last season, and like many first-round quarterbacks, he didn't get the start right off the bat. In the offseason, the Steelers signed free agent quarterback Mitchell Trubisky on a 2-year contract, and he started the opening 4 games of the season where the Steelers struggled to get going with a record of 1-3. Pickett did step into the 4th game of the season after halftime, but threw 3 interceptions and struggled to settle into the offense. From that point on, however, Pickett was the Steelers' starter for the remainder of the NFL season. If you look at the raw numbers Pickett put up as a rookie, it's easy to sit here and not be particularly impressed. He threw 7 touchdowns to 9 interceptions and threw well under 200 yards per game. While that may seem pedestrian on the surface, Pickett's film tells a much different story. Even in his first game against the Jets, where he played just one half, he showed the ability to execute the offense and to throw the ball accurately. Despite throwing 3 interceptions, you can definitely make the case that none of them, or at least 2 of them, weren't really his fault. That to me is a pretty common theme in Pickett's rookie season. Many of the interceptions he threw were not only not his fault, but many times he wasn't getting help from the Steelers' playmakers or the Steelers' offensive calls in general. Though Pickett did throw 9 interceptions in 13 games played, he did only record 13 total turnover-worthy throws the entirety of the season, which tells me that he was getting pretty bad turnover luck, which is likely to regress to the mean next season. The Steelers' Week 17 matchup against the Baltimore Ravens showcases pretty much everything I like about Pickett, and he looked really, really good in that game. Just looking at the raw numbers, he went 15 of 27 for 168 yards and 1 touchdown. But again, we see the stats just don't tell the whole story. Pickett recorded 3 big-time throws and went the entire game without a turnover-worthy play. He led a game-winning drive, throwing a touchdown pass to Najee Harris, and honestly, the entire night, I was just really impressed with what Kenny Pickett was able to do. Pickett's mobility is another aspect of his game that really stands out to me. He's able to run play-action boots and throw accurately on the run, and also able to take off for extra yards if nothing is there passing. Pickett is able to handle pressure extremely well because of his ability to move outside of the pocket. He almost always keeps his eyes down the field before running, which stands out to me because typically rookies with that kind of mobility are just one read and run. But watching Pickett, he's constantly keeping his eyes down the field looking to throw. And again, if nothing is open, he always has the ability to take off and run. I think the word steady overall describes Kenny Pickett. There are very few games this season where Pickett looks incompetent, and there was never really a game that I watched thinking he wasn't capable of leading the Steelers into the future. And this is coming from a guy that wasn't a huge Pickett fan and criticized the Steelers for making the selection in the first round. Pickett is a guy with a more than capable NFL arm, despite what a lot of people thought out of the draft, and showcased the ability to make all the NFL throws needed down the field. There are still questions about his potential into the future and just how high his ceiling is, but I really don't see why Pickett can't emerge next season as a defined, true franchise quarterback. Evaluating rookie quarterbacks in this day and age can be exceptionally difficult because you have lots of really high highs and a lot of lows. And you could look at a guy like Justin Herbert, who walked into the NFL and immediately looked like a top 10 quarterback. Or even look at a guy like Baker Mayfield, or you can look at Andrew Luck or Cam Newton. And on the flip side of that, you have a guy like Zach Wilson, who looks terrible and who you just know is not a franchise guy. But Kenny Pickett is sort of following the normal trajectory as a rookie quarterback, which is he has his good moments, he has his bad moments, but at the end of the day, you feel confident in his ability to be a franchise quarterback. I also like that he progressed throughout the season. He showed significant improvement from when he started as a rookie day one to where he ended up at the end of the season. And I think you really saw that in the Steelers' record overall as they went 7-2 down the stretch. So going forward, the mission for the Steelers is simple: build around Kenny Pickett. I think their best move is to fire their offensive coordinator, Matt Canada, and go find a quarterback guru that can better polish Pickett as a passer. improve the offensive line, and add more playmakers to make his life easier. So far into Pickett's career, I am more than impressed with his ability to lead an offense. He has high-end mobility, a good NFL arm, true pinpoint accuracy, and poise in the pocket. There's a lot to like and suggest that Kenny Pickett is ready to become a true franchise quarterback. So let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, whether you agree or if you disagree. You can follow all my socials and hit me up there. I'll have those linked in the description. Like and subscribe is the easiest way to support the channel, and I will see you all in the next video.